Acrophobia! Acrophobia! Crystallophobia! Megalophobia! It's Fears Week, and I'm scared! Let's talk about fears. So first I'll talk about some of my fears. I don't really have any specific phobia type fears anymore. I used to fear spiders like crazy and pretty much insects in general. Not as much anymore, but I mean if they're really big and if they want to crawl on me, I still get the but other than that I'm pretty much alright. Clowns, after Stephen King's It. Yeah, my mom read the book and then we watched the movie and freaked me out. And then, of course, the dark. I used to be deathly afraid of that, mainly because I thought, like, Freddy Krueger or Jason Voorhees would come and slice me up. Yeah. But I'm pretty much over that. So, I went and I looked up on Wikipedia and just general Google, and I wanted to find some cool phobias. And, of course, there's that classic list of phobias, and I took that, and I wrote some down here on this list. I was thinking, well, why are we using these words? How did all these phobia words happen? And it just so happens on that page that I'll link down in the old crotch bar there and down my pants. It has sort of the explanation of what's going on with all that. Basically, phobia is Greek, I think, a Greek term. And so in naming them, they try to use the Greek root words to try to get new phobias. And the guy who made the list on that list of phobia site that most of us know about, he used a reference book, and he only put the ones that were in there, and he has other unverified ones that might not be there because some psychiatrists and psychologists like to use Latin-based terms to make the new phobias and all stuff like that, so screw that. I looked up to find some ridiculous ones, and I think the dumbest one to me is nomophobia. Nomophobia? No, that's not a fear of gnomes. That's a fear of no mobile contact, as in you can't contact anyone with your mobile device. Yeah, that's right. There's literally nomophobia, that fear, and it was apparently made in England, the word, because they did a study or something. So basically, if you don't have if you're the person with this, and you're going to go to an area where you might not have service, you're incredibly frightened. Isn't that dumb? That's pretty dumb. So then I went and looked up, there are a bunch of fears about numbers. So there's a fear about the number 4, tetraphobia. Fear of the number 13, let's see, that is triskaidekaphobia, or triskaidekaphobia, and that would be the fear of the number 13. And it's funny because if you look up the tetraphobia, they have this, boom, picture. This is an elevator buttons fella from, I think somewhere in China, probably Shanghai, Hong Kong, one of those. And as you can see, 4 and 13 and 14 are all missing from it. Now here in America, a lot of the times, and in a lot of countries actually, you'll see hotels that are maybe more superstitious or older. If you look on their elevator numbers, the number 13 isn't there, they skip it. But if you look at this one, they're superstitious enough about the other number, the number 4, to not include anything with the number 4 too. So yeah, it gets kind of confusing. Also, they have a -1. Don't know about that. Then of course there's the fear of the number of the beast, 666. That's hexaphobia. Now I looked up a couple here that were, well, you've got the phonophobia, and that's the fear of loud noises. So what I would imagine with phonophobia, why I mention it, I think it's kind of crazy because it could be an infinite loop. You get scared by a loud noise, you scream, that's a loud noise, that scares you more, so you scream more, and yeah, not fun. Then of course there's the paradoxical, most ridiculous phobia, and that would be phobophobia. That's the fear of having a phobia, but that's a phobia. So now you're fearing that fear that you have, but then that's a phobia, and it's just, sort of almost paradoxical, not really, kinda, sorta. If you have fear of, I don't know, it's crazy. Alright, so we'll see you next time. That's all I got for you this week. Peace out.